It is an honor to be your featured guest speaker. Thank you so much for having me. A huge thank you to United Patriotic Society of Green Bay, American Legion Post 539, and the Brown County Veteran Service Office for creating and developing this great organization and celebration today. A choice, a challenge, a change. That is the slogan for the Wisconsin Challenge Academy. It is a program for at-risk youth, 16 to 18-year-olds that are struggling through high school. They volunteer and live in a quasi-military environment at Fort McCoy, Wisconsin. They try to earn their high school equivalency diploma. Discipline, teamwork, volunteering, physical training, marching, leadership, and problem solving are areas these cadets work on. This is where I began my professional career as a mission counselor, and where my decision to enlist in the United States Army Reserves became a reality in October 2011. You see, every veteran has a story. Their story normally starts out with the why. Why do they decide to enlist? Corporal Matt Patel was in 8th grade when 9/11 occurred. He watched the events unfold, the chaos and destruction of our country. But he also saw how people were brave and rushed to save others. He enlisted in the Army in 2006 to be part of the group of people that would keep our nation safe and free. Sergeant Adam Lallemont became a Marine because he wanted to get out of his current community to see the world and meet new people, to have a guaranteed career security and an opportunity to volunteer and provide a life of service. Specialist Travis Gatham, Army Reserve soldier, and Senior Airman Michelle Flynn Ranke of the Air Force enlisted because they wanted to prove people wrong. They wanted to demonstrate that they had what it took to serve and to succeed. A choice. Whether a veteran was drafted or they had the opportunity to volunteer after 1973, every veteran made those choices every day to be the best version of themselves. They protected their families, neighbors, community members, and the nation from all enemies. They made the choice to extend a helping hand to help a fellow battle buddy with a physical fitness test. They made the choice to request additional training to become a non-commissioned officer and lead their squad. They made the choice to remain strong while being deployed with their loved ones back home. They made the choice to be in a position where they might have to make the ultimate sacrifice to maintain our country's and its people's freedoms. And that is a powerful thing, especially when we acknowledge that according to the Department of Veterans Affairs, we have 19 million U.S. veterans, which represents less than 10% of the total U.S. adult population. These 19 million made the choice to protect each one of us and our freedoms at all costs. A challenge. Enlisting and fulfilling your military obligations is no easy path. Veterans display a set of courage, strength, and determination when facing obstacles. We have a mission mentality with a strong sense of ethics and values. These types of challenges be on and off the battlefield for every military member. E1 Navy veteran Richard Brown Jr. served in 1997 to 2002, and one of his challenges, being a military brat, was the misunderstandings and racial perspectives that others had. He overcame this challenge by utilizing his leadership skills by being patient, encouraging conversations, and providing education. For Sergeant First Class Cedric Harding, active Guard Reserve soldier, a challenge was learning how to live in a provided setting with minimum options, with the opportunity to have more if he worked hard for it by developing others. This included getting over ethnicness and seeing the power of brotherhood to make a difference. Master Sergeant Adrian Benson, Army Reserves, enlisted before the nation was at war and before war was ever on our minds. She was a private first class when the trade towers were hit, and a staff sergeant when we went to war, none of which she thought was possible. Master Sergeant Benson's daughter, Caitlin, just finished basic training. And even though a daughter of military parents, she told her mom she did not feel ready. All Benson could really offer was that no one is ever truly ready to take the life of another, and that was okay. The Army would make her as ready as she could be, and that there would always be someone to her left and her right, willing to fight for her and others. Master Sergeant Benson's challenge is reconciling with the fact that her daughter could one day pay the ultimate sacrifice. But her comfort is knowing that she was brave enough to do so because of those that came before. Challenges can also be found in the civilian world. The difference is that our veterans have and know their voice. They know how to choose the harder right over the easier wrong. Veterans are problem solvers, and whether it was already within their character or was developed during the time they served, they protect and serve each other and our country. It is about accountability and completing the mission. We make mistakes, we learn from them, and we teach the next service member to do better and to be better and to do better. A change. Our veterans have and continue to make a positive impact on our country and the world. When you belong to something bigger than yourselves, you are no longer showing up to just do the job. You are living, breathing, eating and sleeping, being a protector and fighter on behalf of every citizen of the United States of America. Your service never ends after you leave a drill weekend, a deployment, are medically discharged, or you retire. A veteran typically continues their service within their local, state, and federal communities. As our National Guard soldier, Sergeant Zach Kaiser would say, your service to the country doesn't end just because you received your discharge. United States Marine Corps First Sergeant Timothy Lesage, retiree, was among the group of veterans in Madison that took immediate action when the Wisconsin Veterans Museum was being vandalized. Lesage and fellow veterans and community members gathered every day to repaint the walls to protect and save the history and property of others. That is what veterans do. They do the right thing, and they keep the country on the straight and narrow. U.S. Army combat veteran Sean Stover expressed that there are no women in the military. There are no black, white, brown, or Asian people in the military. There are no Democrats or Republicans. There are no rich or poor people. There is no gay or straight. There is only green. You either have my back or you don't. If you wear the uniform, I have your back until death. That is an inclusive way of thinking and a change that has been established within our ranks to bring people together. We remember and demonstrate our appreciation for veterans, for they are the ones that made the choice to fight and protect our Constitution and the United States people. We thank our veterans for taking on challenge after challenge before, during, and after war, because we know it isn't easy, but are so incredibly thankful that they don't give up. They keep fighting and will continue to fight until all freedoms and rights are enjoyed by all. We celebrate and honor veterans today because they have made positive and impactful changes throughout the world and continue to work on improving our communities by becoming advocates and developing support services to those in need. This is a day of celebration and Thanksgiving, but success is without previous challenges. Every veteran is important. Every veteran's service, deployment or not, matters. Through the military justice system, our service members are required to have strict obedience and professionalism. But depending on individuals and situations, our veterans have and continue to experience post-traumatic stress disorders, depression, suicidal thoughts and actions, and military sexual trauma. All of us here can help. Please get involved with your local veteran organization and ensure your veterans know that you are an ally and can be counted on for support. God bless all of you for being here. God bless our veterans.